Ahoy, ahoy, everyone, and welcome to our commentary of Speed 2 Cruise Control, widely considered one of the worst film sequels of all time. Yes, Jan de Bont came back to direct this one, and he also co-produced it and co-wrote the story.
Yay.
Oh, and also, the script was so bad that even Keanu Reeves didn't want to come back. Yes, Keanu Reeves, the guy who came back for the Matrix sequels and 47 Ronin, decided, nope, fuck Speed 2. So instead, alongside Sandra Bullock, we've got a guy named Jason Patrick filling his role.
Glorious.
I guess this sort of shows that Jan de Bont was sort of a one or two hit wonder before this.
Well, I haven't seen Twister, so
It fucking
No,
sucks.
I'm not talking about
sucks.
Twister. I'm not talking
Nor
about
the
Twister.
haunting.
Okay then.
it's certainly not
okay,
Cradle
then.
of Life.
Okay then. In that case, one hit wonder.
Yeah, okay. Audience, basically just start your copy of the movie before the 20th Century Fox logo starts.
Exactly.
Okay, so is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, click.
I will say this though, there's no way it can be any worse than the sequel we watched yesterday.
Okay, audience, this is the best part of the movie.
Yesterday?
Yeah, basically, after you left yesterday, we did Alpha and Omega 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's, okay, yeah. And that was the best
Wow,
part.
what shitty transition.
No, honestly, I think that transition is pretty shitty, honestly.
Well,
I prefer...
Major, I said it was the best part of the movie. I didn't say it was...
Really? Okay, fine.
Yeah, honestly, Dwibs, the movie may be that bad, but I really would love to see something that's actually, so horrible that you put that crappy transition over it.
But production.
The music seems
Yeah, well, the
bombastic.
music is taken from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, Mark Mancini, who did the score for the last film, came back for this one.
Seriously,
I like
like-
Mark Mancina, so... sure.
what?
And we start a motorcycle chase with
Oh.
not Keanu Reeves.
Is that Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No, it's Robert Patrick.
Wait, don't you mean Jason Patrick?
Jason Patrick, sorry. Why am I
Oh, it
getting-
is
Sorry,
actually,
kids,
yeah.
We're not in Terminator 2.
So basically,
wish.
wow, his career took a giant dump almost immediately.
This was 1997.
Who's Jason Patrick's or
Robert Patrick.
Keanu Reeves?
Oh, Joe, well, look, it's that guy you liked from the first movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The guy who was also in Terminator 2.
Let me guess, he dies in the first couple of minutes because he's black.
No, he doesn't die, but he's only in the movie for about a minute.
You know what
Yay.
this thing is? I mean, Dwibs references the T-1000, and we see Miles Dyson from Terminator 2 later on.
So yeah, there's our other character from the first movie.
Miss, please give me an
I
Oscar.
already forgot about those.
Oh,
Who the
guys,
fuck
guess
are
what?
they?
Guess what? She's hilariously trying her driving test, because remember the first movie? She can't drive!
Well-
She had her driving license revoked, so we're going to have some wacky comedy with the driving test.
Well,
Are you sure this
look
is
at the bright
supposed
side.
to be comedic?
Look at the
Oh.
Look at the bright side, Wibbs. At least she's not a rich sovereign woman who just has a heart of gold.
No, she's an annoying person in this movie.
I find her annoying in the Blind Side too, but
Yeah. To which degree of annoying?
So yeah, basically, you know the last movie when Keanu Reeves and her was snogging?
Yeah.
They broke up.
Of course.
Well, to be
And,
fair,
what's the name?
the last movie
And
established.
Dr. Grant never got married with the girl in Jurassic Park after
What's
all.
To be fair
Okay,
to you, that
let's-
was
let's-
also the case in the books as
And also,
well.
I'll be fair to this movie. The last film did establish the whole, relationships based on intense experiences never work out thing. So I can give this film a pass on that front.
Not to mention that with Jurassic Park, I don't think they were really hinting at a well, they may have been
Oh,
hinting at
come
a
on,
romance,
the
but
ship
nothing
teasing
blatant.
was so in your face.
There was ship teasing in the book as well, but in the end, of course, she goes out
Okay,
with her
can
fiance.
Jason?
Hey,
Patrick
what do you know? A
dodge the
film that
product
didn't
placement?
skip to the cliche of "I'm gonna dump my fiance" by the end of the movie. Good job,
Ow.
Jurassic Park. Anywho, yeah, this guy, he's
Okay.
chasing after a truck.
And he has to dodge the product placement.
Yeah, out of curiosity,
This could make for a great video game
what other movies
adaptation.
did this guy did?
I don't know.
Wow.
He's just
Wait,
some
okay.
guy for all I know.
I think I already heard this name though, Jason Patrick.
Oh, it's
Might
so
as
it's
well look him up.
Okay,
Whatever.
Jason Patrick. Okay, it's a Patrick without the letter K, because
Jason Patrick, I guess.
Jason Patrick.
I'm gonna search on Wikipedia in the meantime.
Let's see. He was in the
going on.
films The Lost Boys, Rush, Sleepers, Your Friends and Neighbors, Narc, The Losers, Speed 2 Cruise Control, blah, 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 blah.
Basically, are they films you've never heard of?
I may have heard of them. Let's see. He was in Frankenstein Unbound. What
okay.
else? He was in The Alamo, Walker Payne, Shortcut to Happiness, Expired, Keyhole, My Sister's Keep, Rise of the Lone Star Ranger.
Oh, it was in the Valley of Ela. I saw that.
Nice. The Prince, and apparently it's going to be Captain Anderson and the Yellowbirds. Oh, but he was a host on Saturday Night Live in 1994.
Yay.
I think.
And he's done television stuff. He's done quite a few movies. I have no idea how much weight they each hold. However, the forefront on his Wikipedia page is The Lost Boys, Rush, Sleepers, Your Friends and Neighbors, Narc, The Losers, and Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Wow, poor guy.
Okay,
See.
and this film cost $110 million
How much
to make.
did it make?
I'll check right now. Actually, I can tell you not much. Here we are.
Apparently, this Jason
Whoa,
Patrick
he
guy
just
has won.
What the hell? It just pulled a Madison Page.
All right, the film cost $110 million, and it took 164.5.
Million.
Yeah.
Oh.
And remember, a film needs to gross twice its budget to be profitable, and it didn't.
Well, it's still better than I thought. I thought it didn't even make its original.
Yeah, I'll give it that. It certainly did a lot better than I thought it would have.
I guess most of that was just because people liked the first film so much.
Probably.
Let's see. I can see.
And everyone died.
Well, apparently this film has left quite a legacy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is, the whole worst film sequel of all time thing.
Well, not that thing, but also about, the plot itself has been parodied a lot.
Yeah. Of course. She thinks he was a beach guard. And there goes Joe Morton. Bye, Joe Morton.
Bye.
Bye, Jorah Mormont.
I am generic.
So he goes-
I am generic news guy person.
Yeah,
So he got swatted.
I guess.
3% on Rotten Tomatoes. This should be interesting.
Wow, so bad.
Really, lady? You never got the inkling that, maybe a guy who was a bombs expert was always going to be in danger with his job? Considering how one of his jobs was saving your life on several occasions.
In the same day.
And that's the reason they broke up. I mean, look, if you're going to have a breakup off screen, at least give, an actual reason that somebody not kicked by a horse
Wait,
would believe.
Jason Patrick character is supposed to be the same character that was played by Keanu Reeves.
He's different name, but pretty much same personality, yeah.
No, but I mean, he's a completely different person, right?
He's a completely different character.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
He must
Okay.
be, since she's talking about breaking up with this Jack guy.
Okay.
Oh, God, Sandra, what is up with your acting here?
I guess
well,
it's
to be
so-
fair,
Well,
I
to
guess
be-
it's
honestly-
just as
honestly-
confused as her haircut.
Honestly, Jova, let's face it, she's not that good of an actress. Don't get me wrong, she's not
Jesus.
bad per se, but she's
She-
not exactly great either.
No.
And also,
No,
to
no,
be
no.
fair, considering this script,
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. No, Pedro. I know that she's nowhere near the best actress, but what I'm saying is like, well, the way she just read those 2 lines was completely flat, and that's below even her standard. I mean, not saying that she's bad. I mean, she can be a good actress when her heart's in the right place.
She
nowadays.
was fine enough in Gravity.
What I'm saying is like, well, I mean, what the heck was up with the lack of emotion in those 2 lines? It's like going from one emotion to another.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, get used to this. We're going to be spending the next
exactly, or as the warrior would say, the weapons of emotion that can sometimes cause this, Jova.
So, are there going to be any sharks involved?
I think there is a shark at some point.
Oh, really?
I think there is, yeah. Oh, and okay, I should explain who wrote the script. The script was written by Randall McCormick and Jeff Nathanson. Jeff Nathanson has gone on to be quite a polarizing figure when it comes
to... who's Discount Will Smith here?
Discount Will Smith.
He looks exactly like Will Smith did in the 90s, right down to the haircut and face. Always just missing is the bit of the facial hair, but yeah, who's Discount Will Smith? Is he going to be prominent?
Willem Dafoe! Hopefully he can save us from this shit.
Wow, Willem Dafoe is in this way. Please tell me he's just as batshit insane as he is always.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful. Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our savior for this movie. Our Valhalla, if you will.
Yeah.
I am watching Valhalla.
It's guys, Paige, did you notice that? It was Jango Fett.
Jango Fett?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played Jango Fett in this movie. Tamura
Please
Morrison.
don't tell me he has more screen time here than in Star Wars.
Yes, he does.
Glorious.
It's a shame. It's like, well, out of all the modes of transportation you could have swapped to, why not do something like an airplane? I mean, heck, comedies like the movie Plane have clearly shown that there's a lot of possibilities to do with a plane of all things. Well, I suppose a ship might have some things, but, well, aren't cruise ships generally kind of, moderate pacing?
Oh, Jova, the guy playing Discount Will Smith here is a comedian named Royale Watkins, and guess what his character name is?
Tolkien.
Dante.
What?
He's called Dante in this movie.
What's the reason?
The name sounds cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's another thing that's going to be running throughout this film. He can't work up the courage to ask Sandra Bullock for her hand in marriage.
Oh, so it's like Rescuers Down Under.
Isn't this a bit soon? I mean, haven't they just become boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, they've been dating for a while at this point.
But, okay. So let me get this straight. So them talking when they just happened to meet up was just another conversation they had as a couple.
We was going to break the whole, we're going to the Caribbean thing later that day, but, conveniently they end up bumping into each other.
So the black guy's name is Dante?
Yeah, he's going to be our,
Oh, hello there.
Weird, I'm not seeing... Weird, I'm not seeing him in the...
Jamaican dude.
Well,
I'm not seeing him in the... Weird, I'm not seeing him on the cast list for some reason.
Yeah. So,
okay,
guys...
Ian, just because someone is Jamaican or Caribbean doesn't mean he automatically has dreads.
Oh, yeah, get used to this, guys. We're going to be spending quite a while doing this kind of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess.
Joyful.
Well, yeah, you're right about Royale Watkins, but for some reason Wikipedia doesn't list his character in the cast. Does his character have a prominent role or something, or is it just going to be...
try looking on IMDb.
I think he's just there to
he's on the Wikipedia page by Mako, but for some reason his character isn't mentioned in the cast up front. I mean, is he like
Guys,
yeah, Willem Dafoe is like, why am I in this shitty movie?
Hey guys, I think Willem Dafoe is the bad guy.
No, please, you must be joking. He clearly doesn't have a mustache.
That's a bit of a downstep from the first one, because in the first one, by now we would have established our villain, like, near the beginning, actually. Yeah, okay, I guess we're supposed to assume that this guy is the villain, but I don't know. Something about it feels a bit off and out of nowhere.
Motivations like the guy in the first movie had.
Do we even know the motivations of whoever was driving that truck anyway?
No, that guy was just some generic big villain thing who we'll never see again.
So we haven't even established our main villain. So for all we know, this is just some guy who could end up being like the hero's sidekick for all we know.
No, that guy who was in the ice cream truck, he is never seen again.
Glorious.
Yeah, I get that. What I'm saying is like, well, so for all we know, Willem Dafoe may not even be the villain. He could just be like the secret agent. I know. We know that because you've told us. What I'm saying is like, well, okay, imagine if you're someone who hasn't seen... Well, okay, actually, imagine you're going to this movie blind. For all you know, Willem Dafoe could just be like the bumbling sidekick or the secret agent or something, and like, well...
Ladies and gentlemen, Willem Dafoe has an eel fetish.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I guess this is how we're supposed to know he's the villain.
He hides.
Are you sure they're not leeches or something?
I don't know if they're eels or leeches. Honestly, I can never tell.
So what's he doing? Smuggling eels or something?
No. He's going to. He was complaining earlier about his golf clubs not being there, but then the main characters noticed for a guy pitching about his golf clubs, he doesn't seem to be interested in the golf going on the telly, and the reason for that is he's hiding his evil device inside golf in the form of golf clubs, and he's using golf balls.
Okay.
Sure, why not? This reminds you of a villain from Kim Possible, Duff Killigan. Only that show's a bit more cartoony than this, to say the least.
Yeah.
Apparently he has a PC so powerful that has a map of the whole ship, and that
he's connecting it to the ship's mainframe, but he just
what 1997? I'm not sure if it was possible back in the day.
He needs a wireless. He needs to put a wireless transmitter somewhere on the ship so he can operate it.
This is CSI level of suspension of disbelief.
And we're still doing this shit.
Whoa!
Aren't you? Hey guys, isn't this movie called Speed 2 so thrilling?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, well, it's just the beginning. I guess it's setting up the characters.
Eating.
Because
is
they're
Jan
rich.
de Bont trying to tell me something?
Apparently.
These are the characters who are going to be. Hi, UB40. Anyway, yeah, UB40 are in this movie.
But why?
What? No, wait, UB40? What?
They're a band.
I've never heard of them.
Well, they're here because they're here. Well,
goody! Discount Jennifer Tilly. Just what I needed.
Yeah.
I hope they paid him a bit enough. Jewelry? What?
Let me guess. The bad guy's plan is going to be to rob everyone blind.
Well, it does involve stealing jewelry at some point.
That's the thing I haven't asked yet. What's the motivation of Willem Dafoe? Is he just batshing insane?
That's actually a problem.
Defoe's gonna explain it in a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
My daddy didn't love me enough, so I decided to bomb everything.
Maybe it's just me coming off of the first film and how, cleverly established the villain, but I don't know. Something about how they're introducing the villain in this one feels a bit off. I guess we're supposed to assume he is the bad guy, but if we didn't know he was the bad guy beforehand, for all we knew, he could have just been a side character. The movie hasn't really established its villain, and I feel that, when you're getting onto the very vehicle, shouldn't you at this point have established your villain clearly? Yeah, we can tell Willem Dafoe's up to something, but if he's, the main big bad, well... that, and also the fact that we have no idea what his motivation is, and I don't know. A movie should never have to riff off too much of its original, But I feel that at the very least they could have used the first Speed as something more of a blueprint. Like by now have established the bad guy's motivations or his MOs.
It's sad because while people were submitting scripts for the movie, I believe the scripts being submitted were from the writers of the original movie, Graham Yost and Joss Whedon.
By the way, apparently Gary Oldman was originally supposed to have the role of the villain.
Really?
So I guess he dodged a bullet.
But he turned
this
it
time.
down.
Gee,
Well,
I
wasn't
wonder
he
why.
doing Leon in those years?
I think it was Air Force One came out the same year.
Yep. The funny thing is that he chose to be an Air Force One over this.
Gee, I wonder what I'm...
Well, honestly, Air Force One is cheesy and probably stupid, but at least I enjoyed it.
Gee,
I like it
I
too.
wonder what I'm going to be in. A movie with Harrison Ford as the president, or a movie with Sandra Bullock and Jason Patrick on a slow-ass cruise liner, and a movie with Speed in the title.
But it gets even better. Apparently, many actors were considered to replace Keanu Reeves in Speed 2, including Jon Bon Jovi,
What?
Patrick
Bon Jovi!
Since when is Bon Jovi an actor?
He was in a sitcom once.
Yeah,
That's about as stupid as that's about as stupid as in the Mr. Bean movie, where for some reason the woman in charge of the thing, instead of getting an actual people wants to get Jon Bon Jovi to introduce Whistler's mother. Except Bean is a comedy; it's meant to be stupid. Whereas
it gets even better. Wait till you hear the other choices: Patrick Muldoon, Jonathan Schick, Christian Slater. Yes, that
Really?
Slater.
Wonderful.
But here's even the bigger kicker: Billy Zane.
Who?
Billy Zane, Teo, the guy who did Ansem in the first Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, and also Titanic came out the same year too. So
He was also the villain in Titanic, Teo. Don't you remember that?
So
Yeah, you know
in the
Titanic.
same year.
I didn't watch it with the original acting.
So in the same year, he dodged being on a movie on a ship to being in a movie on a ship.
Don't you see,
Well,
Teo? Dark
to be
is the
fair-
heart's true essence.
Yeah, or some shit like
Is
that.
handsome. But hey, look on the bright side, Dwibs. I mean, think about it. Titanic was the highest gross rating film until 2009. Would you say that Billy Zane lucked out, getting into a film that got numerous Golden Globe awards at that?
Somehow that terminal as an input that clearly fit his computer.
So,
Convenient.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and as for the first choice to be considered, that was Matthew McConaughey. He was first to be considered because Bullock herself recommended him after she starred with him in the 1996 film A Time to Kill. Of course, McConaughey also passed up the role to star in Contact.
Okay. Mr. Jan de Bont, it's bad when actors like Matthew McConaughey are turning down your movie, and even Keanu Reeves turned your movie down because your premise is so fucking stupid.
Oh, come on. Matthew is actually a pretty good actor. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, an actor of
Is
his...
he drunk as shit?
When actors...
Oh,
he's just pretending. I'm just saying, Paige, if actors of his caliber are passing it up, you might need to rethink your story.
Okay, yeah.
But McConaughey's... wait.
Okay.
I think I get it. Wait. I think I get it. You're talking about his caliber back then, because to be fair, back then,
that's actually true. Yeah, it's kind of it's a similar thing with Robert Downey Jr. because he was also quite bad in his early years.
Okay, I should explain that. You know how Jan de Bont got this story?
How?
Okay, the reason he got this story was because he kept having a nightmare about a cruise ship crashing into an island.
So he based an entire movie on that, I guess.
So he's giving us nightmares as well.
Except that not scared.
Yeah. Oh, here's the real kicker, though. The real reason that Dafoe wanted to star in the movie was that he wanted to star in a big movie and once again play a villain. So basically, he admits himself that the main reason he joined this movie was just so he could ham it up as the villain in a big movie.
So he wanted to enter the league, pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
really? But he joins the league in like every single time he's in anything. Even in Beyond Two Souls, he gave his league moment.
Beyond Two Souls is sort of
Beyond Two Souls is a special case. I mean, I wasn't in your playthrough, so I don't know what was your reaction. But I had to say, the first time I saw his role in the story and everything, because fuck that, not played. I watched a playthrough of one of my friends. I constantly thought, wait, is he gonna blow up any minute now? And well, yeah, he doesn't really blow up in the end. He just kind of have a bit of a tantrum, but that's just about it. I guess the power of David Cage is that ominous. He manages to suck away Willem Dafoe's happiness.
Yeah, I mean, he may have been one of the more likable characters of that game, but dear lord, was his potential wasted, even by hamminess standards. But anywho, going back to that,
Jason Patrick just had the same reaction.
Wait.
Lolita. Lol, you brought Johnny Stanley Kubrick into this? What?
Yep.
No, not just that. They bought these. Oh, he vomited.
Basically, Lolita was the movie he made after Strangelove.
On the ship, a couple of weeks ago, I think, and the only room for two possible had separate beds. Like, seriously?
Oh boy.
Yeah, those are leeches.
In fact, that's actually a good idea that the movie just gave us. Let's just watch Lolita instead.
Dweebs? Am I supposed to be
What's with the
disturbed?
leeches?
It's Willem Dafoe with leeches.
Is he like trying to have them suck out?
Teo, help
some
me here. I
poison in
can't
them?
tell if this is genius or just stupid.
I honestly don't know what to think.
So, question, Dwibs, is he going to make an example out of another ship that just happens to be passing by?
There is another ship involved, but that's not so much later on.
Does anything get blown up?
Why don't we have a frisbee pool? Whatever.
Paul!
On a ship. Also, music unfit.
Oh, what? You've never had shot put on a cruise ship, that may disturb sleeping
there was one
passengers?
thing. Well, there was one thing like that in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Well, another
True.
Fox movie.
Why is it that a lot of these...
Zing?
Oh, God.
Excuse me, but maybe you should have thought before buying a room with bed separate bed. I mean, seriously, if you're a couple, buy a fucking matrimonial bed. What's it called?
You could just
Queen
put.
size bed?
Yeah.
Well, then again, you could just put the two beds
a fucking
together.
bed. There you go.
Well,
Lovely.
screw you too.
Ah, Jesus.
How lovely. Our heroine, ladies and gentlemen.
So is this okay? So what's Jason
Honestly, I'm more
Patrick's
interested in
character's
these old
name?
people buying wine in the background.
Hey, Dwibs, question. What's
Also
Jason
come back.
Patrick's character's name?
Alex Shaw.
Alec. Oh, I get it. Alec. Oh wait, never mind. Shaw.
Alex.
Sounds like you said Shore.
No, Shaw. SHAW.
I know. Different accents.
Yeah, it's my accent, isn't it? We don't know each other.
Also, I can see her nipple.
Sandra, you. So just cross
Oh.
You were going on about this like 20 minutes ago.
Sandra, you may have a bit of a wardrobe malfunction there. Okay, feel free to leave that in, editor or whoever.
The editor's name, Alan Cody.
Yeah. What was this film rated?
PG-13 in your case.
In fact,
I guess that'll go.
again,
Yes, Pedro?
again, I kind of wish I was watching Lolita instead.
Don't we all?
He's gonna kill the waiter.
I did have
It's got a golf club.
Yeah, I can see where this is going.
I did have the sign on the door. Thank God for Willem Dafoe.
Honestly, Defoe may make the film worth it. I mean,
He tries.
so far-
He tries. Bless him, he tries.
oh, come on, Dwebs. I mean, cool. Even your own
Now he's
country
still a
marks
fucking
this
unicorn.
movie on Willem Dafoe from the commercials you
Because
showed.
clearly, no one will recognize your face.
Oh, that reminds. Wait, discount Robin Williams?
Apparently.
We've got a lot of discounts here. Discount Will Smith. Discount Keanu Reeves. Discount Robin Williams.
It's like in the. It's like in the.
Discount
It's like in Devil, where we also had discount Ben Affleck, discount
Hey.
Tom Hardy, discount Zoe Deschanel.
And now I just saw a discount Liam Neeson.
course.
Visuals wise.
You know, I'm gonna say something. I think when it comes to Tamura Morrison, I think Attack of the Clones was a better movie than this.
Well,
So
I don't know.
far, I
does
wouldn't
this
say
movie
that.
have 60 minutes
And now we got
of
Sandra Bullock
annoying,
painting her
annoying
nails.
love dialogues?
Hooray! Don't you enjoy the high tense action of Sandra Bullock painting her nails?
Waves?
Yeah. Sorry,
Not
was
really.
that to you?
Does this... Oh, all stars. Does this movie have 60 minutes of sappy, annoying love dialogue scenes?
There is sappy love dialogue, but thankfully it doesn't go on for a full hour.
Then this
Is there
movie is
any
better than
hot
Attack of the
love
Clones.
making to
There
go
you
with
go.
it?
Yeah, what Teo said.
Yeah, but at least I can laugh at those scenes. Here I'm just bored out of my mind unless the
honestly-
phone's on the screen.
Honestly,
Kind
Dwayne,
of
so
the
far,
opposite for me.
honestly, Dwayne,
Again,
so far the
different-
movie
different-
has seemed
different
tame
strokes,
so
I guess.
far to me. I mean, yeah. It's inevitably gotta be really bad at some point. I mean, for it to warrant 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. But, well, at the very least, so
Okay,
far,
he's
Willem
gonna
Dafoe
explain his
have made this
motivation.
film worth it.
Okay, he's going to
Okay.
explain, well, try to explain his motivations now.
All right, let's listen.
I think he's getting ready for his role in Spider-Man with this.
Yeah.
What the hell is he
Yeah.
doing?
Is he menacing someone with a flashlight?
So, did you guys catch that motivation?
Wow, he's really murdering someone with a flashlight.
Not according to the Legend of the Titanic movie. So,
And the captain died.
I don't know, guys. I'm kind of enjoying myself so far.
that was completely over the top. Dwibs, are you sure that this movie? Okay. I mean, yeah, this movie's stupid.
I mean,
but, well,
I mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong. The non-William Dafoe scenes aren't
Because the
good,
person
but
with that face clearly the most
wait,
most
Kathy.
dreadful.
Wait. Discount Kathy Bates?
yes. Look, I mean, honestly, as Willem Dafoe aside, this movie's just kind of mediocre to me so far. I don't know. I'm not seeing the shittiness so far.
And now we have a discount Kathy Bates, who's even seems to be in a similar role, wife to a rich guy. Gee, just like Molly Brown in Titanic.
And we
But-
also have Deaf Girl.
Deaf girl? What?
She can't hear.
Oh, yeah. Who is the little girl anyway? Let me guess. Her parents are gonna get killed.
My
No,
parents
no.
are dead.
Her parents are going to be arseholes.
Oh, glorious.
Goody. So another Titanic rip.
So it's Beyond Two Souls all over again.
Or
That's-
just every single Stephen King movie you've ever seen.
Yeah.
To be fair to you, even Stephen King at some point realized, maybe I should make some parents that are actually kind at some point. But this movie, I'm guessing, well, obviously not. So, yeah, he easily gains access to the captain's cabin. Wow, he's moving up to the ranks quickly.
Actually, this isn't
oh,
the
wait,
captain's
never
cabin.
mind, that's his own cabin.
Mhm.
So, what exactly is his plan? I mean, I get it, Miko. So he was betrayed by someone because he made the computers for the ship, but I guess he didn't get paid properly.
He said he got tossed away. Or
Why?
pushed
It's
away.
just like the Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Like I said, Teo, this is him practicing for that role.
Well, considering how great he was in it, I guess, if anything, this is a necessary evil.
Oh, that Scottish guy there?
Yeah.
His agent suggested he take this film because it'd be good for his career.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that paid
So,
off.
what was the result after this movie?
He was barely in any films since.
Poor bastard.
You know what's a shame is like, well, it's really a gamble at times with these films because, like, well, I mean, yeah, in retrospect, we know that it turned out to be terrible, but think about it from the actor's point of view. I mean, well, they're being introduced to the project, and it looks pretty cool. The script initially looks awesome, well, at least what they get to see, and then changes happen during the development, and well, thus the end result. I mean, it must feel rather daunting at times to take a real risk with a movie and hoping it comes out a wonder. Or in this case, well, there are so many puns I can make.
That's probably what happened with Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe when it comes to Beyond Two Souls.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's this generic pop song?
Oh my god, they're even ripping off a song from Titanic.
Remember, Teo, it's a 90s movie, so we gotta have a completely unmemorable 90s pop song.
Actually, Joe, this song came out before Titanic.
I know, Dweebs, but hey, I mean, Gordy came out before Babe Pig in the City.
You're here, there's nothing I fear.
Honestly, Dweebs, I'll take that song over this song.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, this song's just generic McBland song.
Not that.
Oh, guys, something's happening now.
Not that the
wow, amazing! Something's actually happening. Wait.
Not that my heart will go on is that much better though.
Actually, it might hard go on.
You know what, Pedro? That pop song reminded me a lot more of pop songs present in 90s cartoon movies.
That's why I said that's why I said, yeah. I mean, a lot of 90s movies, not just animated ones, had songs like these.
Honestly, My Heart Goes On is an iconic enough song and one that actually, nails what a song should be as opposed to just a shoo-in.
Oh, you mean like the prayer in Quest for Camelot?
Oh yeah, the prayer! I still can't believe that song debuted in that movie.
That's the sad part. The movie's bland as shit, but it has a pretty great soundtrack.
Well, it's from Patrick Doyle.
Wait. Oh my god, it actually looks like something fast.
Yeah, true, the score is also great, but when we say soundtrack, we're mostly talking about the songs, which were done by Journey.
Don't you guys love the bongos?
Well, it sounds...
Are we playing Patapon now?
No, we're playing Temple Run.
So what's happening right now, Mick? Was the ship speeding up or something?
Willem Dafoe set the ship to go haywire.
Oh, so the ship can explode.
Okay, his name's Geiger in this movie, but I'm just going to keep calling him Willem Dafoe because...
Geiger? Like the Geiger counter, really?
Yeah.
Okay, this just comes across as Titanic before Titanic, honestly.
Yep, like I said, this feels like a Titanic ripoff before the actual Titanic movie.
And before the actual Titanic movie ripoffs.
Well, honestly, didn't the Titanic movie had a lot of development in years? So I think at this point, Jan de Bont knew already how the script was gonna be.
Not to mention the fact that there was actually a Titanic ripoff that managed to come out a year before it, the 1996 Titanic film, which was made strictly on the fly just for the sake of releasing that Titanic movie a year before.
A minor incident, really?
Going to die.
Lady, stay away from that TV screen as much as possible, thank you.
So, who is this woman anyway? The one who's trying to console everyone?
She's generic McDirector.
No, seriously, what's her name, an actress?
I don't know. I don't care!
well, yeah, his acting definitely confirms it, so sure. Somebody find the captain!
Who the heck is Giuliano?
Him, Tamura Morrison.
Well, I get that, but
he's the second in command.
Hey, yeah,
congratulations, you have been promoted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right! He's Jango Fett, and also the voice of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I think he died a couple of...
Actually, no, that was his original voice, the one who died.
Oh, okay. Please understand.
So, who the heck were the geniuses that thought, hey, we have a guy who could very well hack into our systems if we cut him loose. Let's just,
Honestly, I
him
don't think they were
backstab."
expecting something like that.
No. He came in. He was pretending he was drunk. Remember?
Well, I get that. But you'd think that, the guys who hired him in the first place would, think that he might react negatively to, getting bumped off like that.
Let's ban him from our ships or something.
Oh,
I mean,
great. The little girl is trapped in the elevator. Of course.
Of course.
Maybe. Hey! I just figured out.
That guy's face.
I just figured out a reason
Hold on.
why this movie's got a terrible
I want to listen to
reputation.
Willem.
This is sounding like a terrible Mario Hotel video game intro.
Actually,
Well-
Dweebs, I know it's a weird question, but since you're the movie expert, has Willem Dafoe ever played the role of a pedophile or something like that?
I don't know.
Because with that face,
Yeah. You'd be perfect for it.
yeah.
Guys, I figured out a reason for this film's terrible
Hold on,
reputation.
Will's
or whatever.
talking.
Push the
the
button.
what?
Okay.
Yeah, why would he give him time to evacuate? I mean,
Because he knows they're not gonna doing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll explain that. I figured out a reason for why this movie's got a terrible reputation.
Which is...
Go ahead.
It's cliche as all fuck.
honestly,
So far, I've been enjoying it. Okay, I think.
and I'll be quite honest, I haven't really seen that many cliches, especially for its time it was released. I mean, and honestly, Dibs, being cliched is by no means anything that gets you, like, a terrible reputation.
Well, unless your entire movie is. Have there ever been movies that's a cliche from beginning to end?
Yes.
That would be... Well, Jupiter Ascending is pretty much a ripoff of every summer movie ever made.
In theory, Dweebs, you could technically make the claim that almost every single movie released in, like, the last 5 years is cliched from top to bottom. I mean, they all technically have something that's been done a lot of times.
See, the thing what people need to remember is that movies have been around for over
100 years.
a century now. It's kind of hard for the human mind to keep coming up with new things, and the more time goes on, the less new stuff will show up, because people need to start realize that there's only so much human beings can come up with.
Unless they make a movie where the cliches are actually used, as like a parody, or whether the characters use cliches to their advantage or something.
Oh, so they have those fancy kind of lifeboats that are sort of also boats. So let me get this straight. So in this version, apparently Willem Dafoe slows down the ship to the point where it can't even propel itself, as opposed to speeding it up.
Remember, he only gave him 15 minutes to evacuate, and then afterwards, and also he's controlling all the fire doors.
Oh yeah, 50 minutes to evacuate, and yet you don't let anyone out, dick.
Yeah.
But anywho, I mean, so yeah, that time limit's gonna be
Also-
pointless, ain't it?
Also, yeah, another problem with this movie is it's the constant flashing lights can give. The constant flashing
Honestly, it
lights.
still has more.
Honestly, the flashing
no,
lights are...
Joe, I'm not doing control. It's still more visible than Alien vs Predator 2. That movie is so fucking in the dark. I
I'm
cannot.
just saying, if you don't like flashing lights, then this probably isn't going to be the movie for you.
So, yeah, this is like that scene from Titanic. Duh.
So
Anywho,
what you're saying is James Cameron ripped this off.
No. Honestly, Dwibs, the Titanic was being made long before this movie probably even started. I mean, James Cameron's projects, you have to remember, they are very, very, very long projects. that take a lot of money. I mean, heck,
Besides, Titanic was based on a true story anyway.
Besides,
so...
there's the rumor
Yeah.
that maybe finally Avatar 2 will actually come out soon, I think.
Yay.
yeah, that's how long his sort of movies tend to take because,
Gotta love how James Cameron takes like 10 years to all this so he can rip off That's of Wolves.
So
Actually, there you go. You answered your question. A movie full of just cliches. Avatar. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's right. But anywho, questions like, so what's the point of the evacuating? I mean, like, well, and let me guess, is he like
I
purposely
guess
trapped?
it's just so that the movie has a justification for having just a couple of people left on the ship to use that as a theater for.
He's also using it.
climax.
He's also using it as a distraction.
So
Of course, so he can really set the real thing into motion, which, let me guess, involves speeding up the ship.
Actually, for the most part, he's doing this because he can steal those.
Oh,
Really?
I get that. In the
end,
Then
it's just for the money again.
Although I think he does. Well, another thing he
well,
does need
to
to
be fair,
escape.
Theo, in this case, I guess he's trying to get the money back because, like, well, he sort of got gypped on the deal, so of course he'd want to steal money back from them.
Well, the problem is the film never really explains it properly. So
Wait, hold on. But the film explained earlier that he was the computer guy for this, and they just
Maybe he
booted
was
him off.
just lying his ass.
that's all he said. He just got. I worked there and I got pushed away.
I mean, that's his word. You're really trusting the word of a guy with that face.
Well, to be fair, it's his villainous monologue. Villains tend to tell the truth with a villainous monologue, especially when they're granting about their motivation. I mean, we can assume that he's stealing money, to get back at them. And, of course, he's being a dick because, well, hey, they're a dick to him, so why not revel in being evil back? I mean, yeah, disproportionate retribution.
that guy.
The most handsome motherfucker
So,
ever.
question, Dweebs. Is there going to be another bomb, like in the first film?
Well, there's going to be a lot of explosions. Yeah.
But I mean, is it gonna be the first time, once the ship
go.
reaches a certain speed?
No, they don't do that here.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, everyone can escape, right?
No, the boat's moving now, so they can't lower the lifeboat, and it was all thanks to Jason Patrick.
Hashtag thanks to Jason Patrick.
Why do we get the feeling that? I wonder if Dafoe was actually planning for this to happen, for people to get trapped or something. Babes?
Nah, I'm just again, they had plenty of time to lower the boat. It's just Patrick was too busy trying to ramble about his suspicions to Giuliano that he ran out of time.
Which I guess it looks like they were right about. Go figure. And I guess good luck. And, I guess it's a lucky thing because we've seen that there are people trapped within the ship. So, yeah, he wasn't even planning to hold them hostage, just trap them for some reason.
sure.
I'll be back.
Okay. Seriously, what is up with Sandra in this movie? I mean, I know she's not the best actress, but come on, girl. You were at least consistently good in Speed 1. What the heck happened here?
Well, later on, she admitted she did it for the money so she could fund
Jova?
another movie she was doing the following year.
Jova,
Ah, there we go.
Jova, you threaten my performance. You threaten me.
To be fair, Bullock, you weren't even trying in this one, so no point in defending it.
Basically, Teo, I'm not even kidding. That's actually one of her lines in The Blind Side. You threaten my son. You threaten me.
Okay.
That movie that I showed you the trailer with the Sandra Bullock is a rich
Yeah,
woman
yeah,
who takes
yeah.
in a big black guy.
Yeah.
It's pure generic Oscar bait 101.
And it worked.
That's the sad part, Weebs.
Also,
so
yeah.
the-
Uh,
oh,
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
bit from the first movie where the scared woman tries to escape the boat, but ends up putting everyone else in danger.
Whee! It's like a Disneyland ride.
so who are the two who just fell out of the lifeboat? Were they like the girl's parents?
I don't know. I couldn't really see properly. It was your fault. You were panicking, and you caused that to happen.
Oh, great. So it's Jurassic Park 3 levels of stupidity, where the most dumb
Oh,
characters
the
cause
first-
the death of
the fir-
innocent bystanders.
the
Well,
first
not
movie-
innocent, but other characters who deserve to live
Oh,
more.
the first movie did this.
Eh?
The first movie did that. Remember that scene, Jova, where that woman walked out of the bus even though she wasn't supposed to, and so Dennis blew the stick.
Honestly, I don't know, Dwibs. I'm talking about Jurassic Park 3 levels of stupidity, because, like, well, what's different is, like, well, yeah, the old woman was kind of
No,
dumb
guys,
for doing that,
Te's in danger.
but she died for it. I mean, well, she herself died for it. But here, no. It's the stupid woman who causes the death of other people, apparently. Eh?
Help!
Is that Dante?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! Are you gonna have a point?
Oh yeah.
Was that slow-mo necessary?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh yeah. You know the score for this movie.
Yeah.
They did release an album of it in
Really?
2010.
What?
Yeah. It took them 13 years to release the score for this movie.
I guess the demand was high
Well, it
enough.
was probably a La La Land release. For those who don't know,
Wait.
there's a
Wait,
specific...
It's La La Land. Yeah.
There you go. Basically, for those who don't know, La La Land is basically a publishing company that they do scores for movies that the actual companies don't want to bother releasing the scores, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Reception. The film was and continues to be widely regarded as a travesty in filmmaking, and it received many
Travesty.
reviews,
I'm sorry, I'm not
and
seeing
it
it,
received many
honestly.
scathing reviews upon its release and in subsequent years.
I mean, we're almost halfway for this movie. So far, I'm not seeing the shittiness. So far, this movie's just kind of mediocre. Honestly.
it is
Yeah.
a Rotten Tomatoes consensus.
Mediocre.
Speed 2
No.
falls far short of his predecessor.
I mean,
by
yeah,
far-
don't get me wrong, it's not
far.
good, but
Ben
it's not particularly
characterization
bad either. It's just
surprisingly
kind of
familiar
there.
Plot devices and action sequences that fail to generate any
Ah.
excitement.
Well, what do you know, Pedro? Apparently, Cisco and Ebert agree with us, because
Well,
even they didn't
they-
see this film as that bad.
They're the only two critics on Rotten Tomatoes who thought that.
And honestly, I'm gonna have to agree with
honestly,
them.
I agree with them.
Yeah,
I mean, because,
I mean,
honestly, this movie's not really that bad. I mean, heck, Willem Dafoe's awesome, and, the film's nowhere near as good as the first Speed film, but it has some decent action, some decent peril. I mean, I'd say at worst so far, it's mediocre. I mean,
really.
I'm not really seeing any of the untold
What about you?
badness.
What about you, Tay? What do you think?
It's not. I mean, it's cheesy, sure, but it's not completely bad.
My problem with this movie
It's
is
kind
that
of
it
like
gets-
Batman and Robin. The only difference being Batman and Robin had the aggravation of being based on a pre-existing franchise. And
Well, so is
here
this,
it's
though.
just
So is
being the
this.
second title of a newborn series.
I wonder if that's the reason why there was such a big hatred for this movie. Maybe sequel backlash or something.
I'm starting to get the feeling that was probably the main reason. I mean, if this
'Cause,
movie,
like, Speed
if this
1 was
movie,
ultra
Too much
awesome
expectation, you
I
think?
I get the feeling if this movie wasn't called Speed 2 and it was just its own thing, it would just be a movie that people would forget about, not even really.
Yeah, this looks like the typical action movie with Steven Seagal that gets shoved in at 11 p.m. on TV.
Yeah, so far I'm not really seeing it, honestly.
The way I would see it is I could see people ultra hating it as a sequel to Speed 1 because okay. I mean, I'd say it's definitely unique from Speed 1, but sort of in the wrong ways. It's it's a much different case than Speed 1. And while normally that would be a good thing, I guess for the sake of a sequel, they should have tried to tie in the themes of, the peril a bit more. We'll have something speedy. But other than that, honestly, as its own film, this is...
My biggest problem with this movie is that for an action movie, unless Willem Dafoe's on screen, it's boring.
Honestly, Dwid, some of the action scenes have held up for me. I mean, the parts in there. I mean, yeah, they've been cheesy, but I'd say there's definitely been a decent.
Most of the action, most of the action in this movie is just them running up and down corridors.
No. There are parts where he rescued them from the lifeboat. There's stuff like this. The part where the people got
Honestly,
trapped.
I've seen way more boring than this. I've seen more boring.
Well, we're only halfway through, so
I mean,
have to wait and find out and see there, I guess.
It's gonna be it's gonna be
It's like with Hoodwink 2.
It's
It's like with Hoodwink 2. I'm surprised you guys didn't hate that movie that much.
I get the feeling.
I didn't know,
I get the feeling
honestly.
I get the feeling that with Rotten Tomatoes, what counts as a negative review doesn't always mean that people saw
Not
this
just
god
Rotten
awful.
Tomatoes in this case, stage over. Almost everyone despises this movie with a passion.
Oh, you mean everyone you've spoken to? Basically,
No,
it's
no,
like
no,
one thing we have to remember.
Not just that, Jova. Almost literally everyone hates this.
Well,
I think
I haven't
they're
really heard that
explain-
many
I think they're
people
ex- I think
talk
they're trying
about
to
it,
explain
so
the leeches.
maybe it was a big thing to talk about back in the day, but nowadays I don't really hear people mention Speed 2 that much. I mean, yeah, I see it get parodied a lot, but yeah. Speaking of which, on Metacritic, it's not even close to 3%. It's like 23 out of 100. I mean, that's way more than 3%. See, one thing we have to remember with Rotten Tomatoes, like with Hoodwink 2, it's like, well, just because the review's negative doesn't mean that they're completely bashing it. It's like, well, Rotten Tomatoes only takes into account which reviews were technically negative or positive. There's no middle ground.
Goodbye.
Which I honestly think that Rotten Tomatoes could use, mind you.
Well, there you go. There's your conclusion.
okay.
Huh.
Everybody do the flop.
Brilliant.
I know, right?
Yeah.
My
if this
accent
were its
is
own-
much more prominent than yours.
Honestly, if this were its own thing, I get the thing it might have been considered a blast for how cheesy it is. And since the film does seem to have a cult following these days, maybe.
I've seen this. Okay, I did see this movie before we did the commentary.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and yeah, I was watching it, and yeah, there were like one or two moments that I did get a chuckle out of, mostly Willem Dafoe. But for the most part, I just thought this movie was really boring, and for an action movie, that's probably the worst thing you can be.
I'm not really seeing where you're getting the boring thing from, though. Yeah, there's been a few quiet moments, but those have mainly been set up. Other than that, ever since Willem Dafoe's taken over the ship, it seems to be...
We're always on the move.
Action, for sure, yeah. I mean, I think the issue with this film is like, well, we're on the move. It's just not like how it was done in Speed 1, which, okay, yeah, sequel, maybe it should have done that, but... I kind of think that's being a bit unfair to this movie. I mean, just because it's called Speed 2 doesn't mean it's always going to be on a bus or something, It's like they wanted to try something different. Maybe if this
Yeah,
made
but
like
that's the problem, Jova. That'd be like having... What if they made a Speed 3, but it was set on like...
A plane.
No, actually a plane would have been good, like Concorde or something, but... Or like Speed 3, like you're stuck on a lift and you can't... And if you go above, and if you try and move it or something...
Oh,
Basically,
so basically
what
the
I'm saying-
devil.
Basically, Twibs, what I'm saying is like, well, I get the feeling that maybe this movie had been made in a different time, with like more access to better effects. They might have been able to pull out something a bit
That
more
and be its own thing instead of...
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think the problem... I might give this movie credit for one thing. The effects here aren't that bad.
I'm not talking about the effects. I'm talking about, the range of motion and stuff they could have done with, the ship itself as well. Because, at the time, James Cameron was, the big guy who did, the biggest thing with a ship-related film. It's like, well, in the 90s, we had good effects, but when it came to stuff on a ship or boat, well, those tended to be not always the most action-packed because of lack of stuff you could do with
I did not need to see that
on-scene
guy's
stuff.
underwear. Thank you very much, movie.
But yeah, I full-heartedly agree with Pedro. If this were its own thing, I think it would have also been received a lot better.
Well, and that's the thing. People always say, "Well, if it were this," but it's not that, is it?
Honestly, Dweebs, with this, it's easier for me to just view it as its own thing. I mean, yes, I know technically it's part of the canon, but,
I can't. It's called Speed 2. There's no getting around
I
that.
mean, let's think about this for a moment. All you had to do, let's think about this for a moment. All you really had to do to make it its own, not even feel like a Speed sequel, was change the name, replace Sandra Bullock with another actress, change her name, and there you go. Nothing from Speed 1 is left, so this would just be a forgettable action mediocre movie.
So it's the typical movie that pretty much got shot by being a sequel to a outstanding movie, a la Star Trek 3.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, Pedro.
We'll save that for Star Trek 3.
I know Star Trek 3 has its issues, but even still, we all know the main reason it really got a lot of its blasting was because it didn't hold up to Star Trek 2. That's not to say Star Trek 3 didn't have issues, but
Man, I know that's not. I don't hate it because of comparison to. So I just say it because I hate sequels that do what Star Trek 3 did.
I know. I'm just bringing up, the main reason that, a lot of people decipher these days. Anywho, back to this madness here. By the way, this Scottish guy seems like quite a good foreshadowing of the likes of Chekhov in the newer Star Trek films. Almost surprised it's not him.
Except he's Scottish, not Russian.
If what Dreams told about him was true, then that explains why he's trying. What the shit?
What the hell?
Oh, a chainsaw.
We found, and then accidentally cuts off.
Yeah, I think it's wise that you stand back.
So that's how Qui-Gon Jinn was trying to open
I was
the
thinking that too.
He's still taking pictures. Frank West, eat your heart out.
Yay! Everyone's free. Why are you taking pictures?
Sandra, you might want to turn that off. It's kind of close to them.
Yeah, and we don't want any accidental,
Yeah.
last thing we need is to get circumcised a little too much.
I'm trying to Hollywood hacking here. I'm just banging my hands on the keyboard.
Yeah, just give me a second, damn it. My career is riding on this.
Literally.
Which actor is this guy? The Scottish one?
The Scottish one. I'm trying to find him. Just give me a second. Brian McCarty.
Mm-hmm.
Brian McCarty.
As Merced. Huh, yep, he's a Scottish actor. Ghosts of America. Huh?
No, I'm just repeating what he said.
Oh my god! Oh. Well, yeah, apparently this guy was in Titanic. The Scottish guy. However, not the Titanic movie, but in the Titanic 2012 TV miniseries.
Oh.
Uncanny.
So now the ship is flooding.
Yay.
Oh,
tragedy.
Well, to be fair, they intentionally opened the ballast doors so they could get some motion, I guess, so they can move faster.
What? How is that supposed to help them move faster?
It could, what if it goes wrong? You could drown.
I don't even this.
No, seriously, how is this supposed to make the ship move faster?
No, them, I mean.
Wait, you mean the couple?
Those two there, they're going to use the speed to move somewhere faster.
Why? What time limit is there?
Well, remember, the boat is speeding up towards the coast of an island.
And?
It's going to crash there, Jova.
Well, obviously Defoe must have a plan or something, unless he just plans to abandon ship right before it hits.
Yes.
Huh. I wonder, why doesn't Defoe just, send it off on a collision course and then just escape in a boat of his own?
Because he's Willem Dafoe, Joe, but he has to have an incredibly convoluted, over-the-top plan so that he can laugh while doing it.
True.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll give him that. That was actually kind of clever.
Away to go.
This guy could so cosplay for James Bond now that I
Jesus
think
Christ,
about it.
I'm glad I've got a lamp on, otherwise my eyes are going to be sore from this constantly flashing light.
For dried red eyes, use clear eyes.
I take it the thing that you have very sensitive eyes to this sort of stuff, Dwibs.
No, I don't, but even so, it would still be a bit nauseating.
It depends on how sensitive your eyes are.
Yeah.
I mean,
mate, he can't hear what you're saying. She can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Unless he's talking slowly enough so she can read his lips.
No, she's talking at normal speed.
Then I guess she can just read his lips quick enough. I don't know. I mean, Speed Run was an awesome film, but I'm not quite sure if you could say that was a situation worse than this.
By the way, Sandra, did you get me any sunglasses? This light's starting to hurt my eyes.
No,
Why not?
because I don't have any on me.
Wait, you bought nail polish with you. Why didn't you bring sunglasses?
Well, I had them kept in my special pocket, but it slipped out.
Your interdimensional pocket?
No, my special pocket.
Oh. So,
Sandra,
like I said, your interdimensional pocket.
by the way,
Okay.
Sandra, please tell me my career is gonna be stable after this.
Nope.
I don't know about you, but mine will be.
Oh wait, I'll use my powers to access Wikipedia and look into the future.
Sure, go ahead and do that.
Oh, I get a domestic violence restraining order.
Yay.
Wow.
I'm not joking. That actually did happen.
Well, yeah. So
Awkward.
he's basically Christian Bale's less successful counterpart.
Yeah. Apparently, according to said order, towards his ex-girlfriend, he was physically and verbally abusive, made anti-Semitic remarks, and hit her with a phone.
What?
Yeah, that actually happened.
Like hitting someone with a phone? Seriously?
Well, it can be pretty freaking painful.
Drop voice. Oh, look at those puppy eyes.
I was just trying to make conversation.
You know, it is kind of a shame that Keanu Reeves didn't return for this film, because I'd have loved to see Keanu Reeves opposite
guess
of
with
Dafoe.
Jova, John Wick. In that case, John Wick's the film for you, Jova.
Eh? Really? They're together in that one?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so this would have been a reunion between Willem Dafoe and Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was Willem Dafoe the big bad in John Wick?
He wasn't the big bad, but he was just more like an ambiguous assassin.
Because, like, the reason he was in this film was because he wanted to be a big villain after some film. Because he says again, let's see.
Seriously?
And now we're doing a James Bond villain routine.
Yeah, it's like I said, this guy for cosplay for James Bond when he's in the tux.
Yeah, he's got a terminal illness.
You know what this reminds me, Dwibs? Reminds me of that stage in Papa Neo
electromagnetic
where we
field-
see
Hang on, just say, electromagnetic fields from working from computers for so long cause severe copper poisoning.
Oh, Okay.
Sure, why not? Computer radio. Oh, right. It's the 90s. The 90s where we believe that you could get, cancer from interacting with computers. I mean, heck, some people even say that you can damage yourself. Well, okay, there is some things that lead credence, like, having a laptop on your lap for too long, too often can lead to some negative consequences to your health. But this is the 90s.
Well, I'm fine. I've had the laptop on my lap for a while sometimes.
Well,
I actually have my
depends on how
laptop on my
consistently
lap
you
right
do
now.
that.
So,
Yeah.
are you saying me and Pedro are gonna die?
Well,
That's what
actually, it might be onto something to this because my knee hurt for a bit like a few minutes ago.
Oh,
It's basically has to do with
his face.
laptop. It basically has to do with that laptop. But basically,
That brave face.
Hey guys, so I'm the bad guy.
wow. So he was pretty much the Joker before Heath Ledger in that regard.
Yeah, I'd love to see. Shane Willem Dafoe did
Actually-
cast as the Joker or something. I'd have been awesome.
That would.
I would have preferred him as a Joker over Jack Nicholson, to be honest.
Well, hey, you never know. Maybe in a new Batman movie.
Too late, Joe. You already cast it.
Unfitting music. That's funny.
Dafoe is a bit too old at this point.
Honestly, Tio, Expendables 2 show that just because you're old doesn't mean you can't
No,
come back.
but for a role like the one of the Joker,
Honestly, the Joker's versatile enough. And hey, if they go for something like Dark Knight Rises, hey, great to have an old guy play the Joker. Not that I would want an adaptation off of Dark Knight Rises, mind you, but just saying, it is very well possible Willem Dafoe could do the Joker. Despite his age. It's too easy.
Yeah, there's a thingy on there.
I love how Defoe's trolling them by playing the music while this is going on.
What was up with that jump scare?
Christ. Normally I would make a joke about Jason Patrick being scary, but he does actually have a order on him now, so I can't really think of any.
Awkward.
Yeah. Moving on.
There should be a number on it.
Okay. I'll just say, if there's one thing I'm sure we can agree on, is that Patrick, while he is trying his best with this script, he still comes off as a pretty poor man's Keanu Reeves.
I would agree, except for the fact that he is a different character, and they're apparently not trying to make him the same character. I mean, yeah, he may come off as a ripoff, but, well, they are making a different character out of him. I mean, well, it's not like they're having him be Keanu Reeves' character.
And also, yeah, Keanu Reeves did an interview recently, and yeah, he did confirm that one reason why he didn't come back was because of the premise. It was pretty much a stupid premise. A speed film on a boat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could work, but like I said, more like nowadays with, the more ability to do more cool stuff in films with boats. I mean, back in the 90s, before Titanic, you didn't really get much good filmed action with boats. Pirate films notwithstanding, but those were old colonial boats, and even still, models.
I gotta get the cap off.
We've got to get that computer.
Oh, good. Best character.
Beeping. Have you got subtitles on that version you're watching, guys?
No.
No.
Why? Well,
Let me guess, you have something like beeping noises.
Yeah, I've got subtitles on there. Well, that's the reason why I prefer to watch my own copy, so I can have subtitles on in case I miss something.
Fair enough.
Oh, now it's day, right? Like, what
Who
happened
knows?
to all the people on the mini ships? Like, they were left behind.
I think they got back on, apparently.
No, I think they were rescued.
Aw, her parents actually do care for her. Huh. I thought you said they were gonna be a-holes.
Well, they were at first.
Oh. Well, character development, I guess.
Well, there's already more character development in this movie than the entirety of Gone Girl. Gotta give it that.
True, and at least this movie isn't nearly 3 hours.
Yeah. You know,
I'll
Dibs, as far as
I'll
this
take
movie
this over
goes so
Gone Girl.
far, I'm definitely...
Honestly, okay, Dibs. See, just to give you a comparison, over a choice between this, if you forced me to choose between this and Gone Girl, like which one, forced to watch either one or the other, I'd watch this movie twice before I watch Gone Girl again.
Hey, here's an even better comparison. Pedro, from what you've seen so far, what if you had to pick between this and Alpha and Omega 2?
This definitely, because at least I can actually tolerate what I'm looking at. That and the movie Dibs, does the movie actually end?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, yeah, it's already better than Alpha and Omega 2. Much better indeed.
Yep. I stick by my claims that, yeah, this is definitely a better movie than Alpha and Omega 2.
What isn't a better movie than Alpha and Omega 2?
Yeah, like I said before, this isn't even that bad of a movie in general. It's just a mediocre, forgettable movie.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I've seen so many worse movies, so much worse. I mean, it's...
I guess it's better. I guess this is one of those movies that's much better with riffing on with your mate than it is watching on your own, which is what I did the first time.
Honestly, Dibs, I think that, like, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna run on the fear that, like, well, I mean, considering nowadays I don't even hear that much hate for this movie. I mean, yeah, I do hear people definitely say that it's a step down from Speed 1, but I don't really hear a lot of hate and vitriol. In fact, I definitely have seen, you know, a cult following for this movie. I mean, heck, Dibs, even your country seems to market itself as a cult follower of it, if the promotional marketing is anything to go by.
Yeah, basically, guys.
Wait, did she just... She went like, ho, like, what the hell? Was she laying an egg or something? What the hell happened?
Okay, basically, guys, I'll explain them. I was showing Jova two trailers for this movie that ITV, one of my national TV networks, showed of this movie, and basically they were promoting the movie's badness as a selling point.
Honestly,
I agree.
that's the most honest thing I've heard about this movie because, yeah, honestly, it's cheesy enough that the badness sells itself.
Speed 2, this time it's on a boat.
Oh.
What movie is that?
Wonder if that's Hunt for Red October.
I'm sorry, I missed it. I couldn't...
The Enemy Below.
Okay.
Well, okay. It's not exactly a bomb like in Speed 1, but there definitely is a sense of peril that the ship is on a crash collision with the island. So there's that.
It's going to crash into a, I think...
An oil tanker.
Now they just said, yeah, it's going to crash into that oil tanker.
So I guess...
So we're in Metal Gear Solid 2 now.
Well, as far as getting
wait, oh my God, Teo! I just realized. I just realized it, Teo.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe as Revolver Ocelot. Of course.
It makes perfect sense.
How did I not think of this sooner?
Okay, Scottish guy.
Whoa!
Did you forget that Willem Dafoe just said he cut off all outside communication?
And now I'm thinking, okay, I don't know about you, Teo, but when it comes up of a live-action Metal Gear movie, I would probably cast Hugh Jackman as Snake. Hugh Jackman on top of a fucking boat on Guns of the Patriots fighting Willem Dafoe. That would be fucking glorious.
You know, it makes sense since in Metal Gear Solid 2, Oslet did at some point look like a deranged Willem Dafoe for
Yeah.
reasons that I'm not going to spoil. Wow. There you go.
Liquid Snake!
Oh my god, 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 Pedro. It even makes sense because during the first Speed film, we were constantly saying how the music and setting and whole thing would fit in a Metal Gear Solid game.
Jesus
So
Christ.
the trend
Coming
continues.
full circle.
Yeah, but something. Hugh Jackman, get Willem Dafoe, get Mark Mancini to do the score, and then bam.
No, Dwibs. If you're gonna make a Metal Gear movie, get Eric Jackson Williams. Come on.
Maybe you could have Mark Mancini work with him.
I
that's
guess
a
Dwibs,
good
but
idea.
I
Actually,
guess
have them
Dwibs, but
both
I mean,
propose.
if you're gonna make a Metal Gear game, I mean, Eric Jackson Williams is already a film composer. Just get him. Why would you even get anyone else?
Well, I think he meant for the sake of crossing over the two. And honestly, the composer from this film is pretty highly on par too. I'd say honestly, why not have two great minds at work?
No, I'm not against that, but I mean, come on. I mean, it's kind of a missed opportunity to make a Metal Gear movie and not have Harry do the music, at least
Oh,
co-composing.
speaking
Well,
of
that's what I'm saying. Have both of them, not just
I was
one.
going to say, speaking of Mark Mancini, a piece of his later work was one bit of later work he did was he composed music for an anime called Blood Plus.
That's CGI.
So, what are we doing now?
He's trying to block the propeller.
I guess. Again, so he can stop it crashing into that oil tanker.
Good luck stopping a giant propeller like that. Well, maybe they'll find a way.
I'll
do
find
they
the
have a
way.
Or with that rope. Oh,
Oh, a cable. Okay. Huh. Surprisingly, went devoid of anything going wrong.
Oh shit.
you say that now, Jova.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Do something!
Call the phone. Do something.
Yeah.
It's
Funny
sucking-
thing about propellers, they tend to have that effect.
Couldn't they have tied? Couldn't they have tied him to something?
Apparently, something got screwed.
No, they did, but the ropes crossed.
God damn it! I just want to have some fun.
Oh, we're breaking his toy.
God damn it, guys! You're ruining my Green Goblin rehearsal.
Uh-oh.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Wow, that's CGI.
More like that blue screen. Okay, guys, on the other side of the camera, start shaking the rope.
Oh boy.
And now another moment that was from the first movie.
Ow.
So yeah, that plan didn't.
Great, now it's going even
No,
faster.
honestly, no, that's not really how it works. If a rope gets tangled in a propeller, it doesn't just get free. Oh, Ian, once again, you failed to prove science.
Ladies and gentlemen, how boats work according to Professor de Bont.
I just want to convict. I just want to pull off my wonderful evil plan. Why can't you just understand that?
Look at my eyes.
It came from. I get it now. I saw that image with that smile all over the internet. I didn't knew where it came from.
Jesus Christ, that face.
There, go now.
Oh, man.
So yeah, if you ever wanted a movie where Willem Dafoe is shouting at Sandra Bullock, there you go.
Honestly, his faces alone are worth the price of admission.
This is Sparta!
Oh, man.
Oh, so I guess this is when the shark comes to play, I guess, because blood and shit.
Okay, cue the John Williams theme.
Da-da, da-da, dun, 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 dun. So what sort of shark will it be, I wonder?
I can't really remember, honestly. Maybe I don't know if my mind's playing tricks on me or I'll check.
I can't believe my accent is that thick.
We're gonna explode.
Oh boy.
Oh, another thing about Mark Mancina. He was an arranger of a lot of the songs for The Lion King, which came out the same year as the first Speed film.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, if that's on one thing, he has a very good track record when it comes to music and
Yeah, Mark
movies.
Mancina is actually a pretty damn good composer, yeah. He
And he
also
was-
did the score for Tarzan, if I remember correctly.
And the first Bad Boys movie.
And didn't he also do the score for Brother Bear?
I'll check. Yeah, he did.
There you go.
Nice.
With Phil Collins.
Well, actually, no, Phil did the songs. The actual score itself was done by Mark.
Open. Yeah.
Well, he does have a point. You know how this goes. Well, I've had better.
Also, she's getting, tied up and got as an hostage again.
Apparently that part of the first movie they remember.
I'm smiling. Come on, guys. Just want to have some fun.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he's also doing the score for Mona. Or Moana, however you say it.
Huh.
She's like, oh my god, can I please get an Oscar? Okay, yeah.
Actually, she's not in that phase yet. She only started that phase in the early 2000s.
I guess this is my theory. This is the start of her wanting an Oscar thing. Her experience with this film was so bad that she decided, I want to win an Oscar.
So let's just make Oscar bait from now on.
Yeah.
Still no sign of that shark, though.
I don't know if I've...
I guess that's how Willem Dafoe dies.
No, he doesn't die by shark.
Oh.
Oh, let me think he dies by over-the-top explosion for the sake of irony.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think I might be getting mixed up with another movie.
Another
actually.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, how ironic! The ship where they were on is crashing on the ship that rescued them. Do what I say! I'm shouting!
Oh, it's certainly moving fast for a ship.
Gotta go fast.
Uh-oh.
You can't get there. I can get there. Okay, you can get there.
Don't underestimate the hero, yo. Also, nice to see that Dante actually did end up being more helpful than I thought he would be.
Please follow my instructions or we're all gonna die.
Yeah, that would be a bummer. Boy, this isn't how I was planning to spend my vacation.
Oh yeah, guys. Bit
Yes.
of sad but inevitable news.
What?
What?
Stallone ain't playing Rambo anymore.
Oh,
Rambo.
no.
Wait, Rambo's still going? I thought Rambo ended a while ago.
Well, I think Stallone's just saying, yeah, I'm not playing the role now.
Well,
Didn't Rambo end
honestly,
years ago anyway?
The last,
You know,
one
I'm
was,
going.
the last one was in 2008.
yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point he's focusing more on Rocky stuff.
Yeah, that and Expendables 4. I mean, the only thing I've heard of Rambo recently was that terrible video game. And that, even still, that was years ago as well.
We also I haven't seen Criminal Minds, but
Okay.
All
Again
right.
with the flashing lights.
up and down and up and down.
Up and down and all around. Okay. So this is literally the same scene in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen where Mr. Hyde saves the Nautilus. Again, Fox, am I seeing a pattern here?
You know, Fox,
I haven't seen that movie.
It sucks.
we'll see it eventually, Dwibs, for the sake of commentating on it. Let me put it like this. That is the movie that effectively made Sean Connery give up on filmmaking.
Yeah,
Even-
that
even-
was
even-
his remember, Dreams, keep that in mind, in the back of your brain. Sean Connery refused to play the role of Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movie because he preferred to play as Alan Quatermain in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Keep that in mind once you see the movie.
And it was also the last film that the director made because he did Blade before, so what happened there?
I don't know.
Basically, Dwibs, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen made them give up on the industry. Granted, how much of that we have to blame or them to blame themselves, I guess we'll probably talk about more when we get to the film itself. Because trust me, there's a lot of material with that movie to work with.
Okay. Wow, the CGI in this movie is so terrible.
And now you know why you didn't have.
Actually, I think that's this bit here. I think this is a practical effect.
Honestly, the way it moved yeah, like in this shot, it doesn't seem real to me.
And now you know why we didn't have a lot of action scenes on ships.
Like,
until
reminded me a lot of Asylum movies level of
Okay,
CGI.
it's either bad CGI or a dodgy practical effect. And this was $110 million.
And remember, Dwibs, remember Dwibs 90s. I mean, until James Cameron's Titanic, nobody really perfected the whole ship thing. Heck, even with Titanic, there had to be a bit of CGI.
Oh, and also, there's a scene coming up with the ship that cost about as much as it cost to make the entire first movie.
Well, like I said, it's a ship. Making stuff involving on those on water is a lot more complicated, unfortunately.
And at one point, I'm not quite sure if it does now, but it has or had the record for being the most expensive stunt ever made.
Aw.
Impossible!
Hey, no biggie. You got your money at least.
Well, your jewels.
Although I guess you didn't get to get total complete revenge on the company that betrayed you, but at least you got some of their jewels.
So wait, is the movie almost over? Because it's still...
Nope, it's still going.
Okay.
It seems like the movie's almost wrapping
much
up,
like
actually.
the first movie.
Pedro, we've got half an hour left.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, weird. It feels like it's almost wrapping up.
Oh.
Yeah, much like the first movie.
I was just looking at the guy who wrote the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie, and he wrote that movie, and the next thing he did was like 11 years later, this thing called Son of Batman.
Son of Batman. Is it a comic book?
No, it's a direct-to DVD thing. One of them DC.
Oh yeah, Son of Batman. Yeah. Basically, it's an adaptation off of the arc where Batman first meets Damian, I believe.
I don't know. Oh yeah, and now, ladies and gentlemen, wait, Al
Newbar?
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, a crash course in how these people are morons.
Wait, is this? Oh, never mind.
Isla Nublar? No, not really.
It looks like it in one of the scenes. Yeah, that shot. I wonder if this is also taking place on Hawaii.
No, it's the Caribbean.
No. I meant like where they're shooting this.
What the fuck?
Wait, so they honestly can't see a boat that size heading towards them?
They could see it, Dwibs, but as for steering out of its way, well...
Not them. I mean, there's going to be others coming up that don't really get out of the way.
Well, it depends on how much time they have to turn, because ships take a lot... Well, I mean, ships and boats
only
alike...
now you decided to use the anvil. Genius.
Bit too late, you know?
I guess now that they're near land, it's safer.
Also, CGI anvil. Great. What did you just said?
It's slowing down. Yeah. Gee, I wonder why that happened.
Gee, thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yes, Captain Obvious to the rescue once again.
Can you just drop them both at the same time?
Oh, okay. There's another anvil, apparently. Okay.
But it's stuck.
What a bummer.
What?
Wait, discount Sean Connery?
Sure.
I don't know. He looked more like the actor playing John Hammond.
Oh, yeah. Actually, good point, yeah. Discount
should I move out of the way?
Yeah,
yes. We need you to survive for Jurassic Park 2.
Oh, shit.
Dive!
Uh,
Whew.
Doesn't what?
Doesn't
work.
Doesn't.
No, but it doesn't wonk.
Shit. Should I move?
Take the fears.
Shit. I should try and. If you
They're-
could
they are-
just swim away.
What?
Whoa!
That fucking shit exploded and be in contact.
So instead of swimming away, they tried to. Yeah.
They tried moving the boat out.
Do you see what I mean, Jova? By morons.
Well, no shit. These people are morons. I mean, I've
course they're morons,
I've
James. I mean,
realized
us-
that years ago.
Yeah.
Abandon the bananas.
So what do we do?
Let's see what they do.
It's not like we can pilot this.
That guy's just sitting there.
Oh, finally they get the right
A bit
idea.
freaking late. A guy got crushed, I guess.
At least it didn't explode on the spot.
Well,
Again,
at least they're smarter than the people in that one boat that never fought to get out the way.
All those property damage.
yeah. I wonder if this is Jan de Bont. Because remember, he co-wrote the story and produced and
I
co-produced.
hate ships. They need to get destroyed one by
Yeah,
one.
yeah. He's recovering from his nightmare and needed to did do this to this catharsis.
What the hell?
Okay,
That happened.
so oh, there goes this guy. Yes. Okay,
Okay, what the fuck is even happening at this
So
point?
I guess the movie all of a sudden
Yeah.
went, guys, let's try and be more silly now.
Remember when Speed 1 was a little bit more
Serious.
serious with some humour here and there?
Well, it's like I say, James, it's like, if this were its own thing,
Ha ha ha!
I
but
think
it's
we
supposed
just
to
be
a joke
laughing,
because there's
honestly.
really no
I mean, I kind of really enjoyed this movie, honestly.
Dave,
Me too.
What was the year Jurassic Park 2 came on?
1997.
19... No, it wasn't that
Oh
1990.
yeah, here's the $30 million scene.
You mean?
Oh, let me guess, they're
Cost
gonna
it
end up
$30
destroying the
million
town
too.
or something.
Okay,
Pretty much.
let's see.
So remember, this scene costs
Oh,
$30
no,
million,
what about
which is
the
about
dog?
as much as it costs to make all
Someone
of the
save
first
the
movie.
dog.
But what about Boomer? Will Boomer live?
Here we go.
Maybe.
I think this is the one scene the
What
dislike
the fuck
the,
is even happening at this
to
point?
kind of find some enjoyment.
Mayhem. Just complete mayhem.
Yay!
For a boat that's only going like 8 knots, it's 6 knots even, and slowing down, it's managing to destroy quite a bit of the marina.
It's still got a bit of velocity and momentum going for it. Not to mention the fact that knots can be pretty quick. Since
What?
remember, you have to take
What
into
the
account
hell?
that's moving a giant ship that fast. So that's still a lot of force they have to work off of.
Okay,
Physics
ladies and
wise, this
gentlemen,
actually does
the
make
filmmakers
sense.
just gave up. At this point, they're just having fun.
Ha 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 ha! Funny comedy. Yes.
Wait, discount Queen Latifah?
She looked more like Whoopi Goldberg.
She's too fat. She's too fat
She
for
looked
that.
more stocky like Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Wait, discount McKinley Culkin?
Sure, why not?
This movie is everything.
That's
Discount.
everyone.
Discount the
What?
movie.
Oh my god, a giant beer bottle.
Ah.
I'm not.
Okay, I'm really convinced.
Discount Boomer, of
I'm
course.
really confused that in these last like 20, 30, 40 minutes, Jan de Bont was just like, okay, guys, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure at this point no one is watching the movie anymore. Let's just go ape shit.
Isn't that cute? Hey, it's always a turn
I
on,
mean,
guys.
that's exactly Pedro. When you really think about it, that's exactly the same that happens in The Haunting.
Yeah.
The third
Hey,
act
guys.
is literally every bit of silliness you can imagine.
Yeah.
Hey guys. You know what's a real turn on? Having a nice night with your lover in bed, and then all of a sudden the ship crashing through your room and peeking in on you.
How rude.
Talk about being cockblocked.
That feels like the ending of a Bond movie where Bond is making out with the Bond girl, and then a ship with M and Q in it.
Why do you think hiding in the kitchen's gonna...
Yay! How much can it go? This fucking ship.
Yeah.
You should be on...
How big is this ship? Because, like, well, if it's big enough, I guess the mass is what's carrying it through. Despite the
I know, but with so much attraction,
those two look like cameos. I should recognize.
I can't. One not and
1.5.
Come on, how much more destruction can we cause?
oh really?
Yeah.
It only traveled that far.
Wait,
More
Discount Joe
comedy.
Pesci?
Oh no, my new car!
No, Discount Boomer!
No.
Oh no!
Oh, let me guess. It rings the bell by touching it or something.
However, did you guess?
No, fuck you, movie.
I know, listen, this a disaster.
Honestly, Theo, if you ask me, the movie's earned it at this point.
Yes, it has. Oh,
Well, at least his car's safe.
that was beautifully cheesy and
Oh,
over the
now
top.
what?
Seriously, this is fucking glorious.
Why isn't the ship,
Yep, I
in-
can definitely see why this film has such a huge cult following
So why is the
these
ship still
days.
standing? Shouldn't it be rolling on one of its sides?
Actually, Tio, it's conveniently parked in there, squeezed in.
But hey, at least the car's safe.
Oh man.
Oh, my auto insurance!
No! They killed the dog!
Well, they did it. They killed my fucking car.
No,
Oh!
No boomers
Yay!
alive.
Discount
Alive,
Boomer
yay.
is alive!
Boomer will live.
What
Yep.
line is that thing from?
It's a nostalgia critic
Review of Independence
It's a
Day.
nostalgia critic joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You
wait,
see,
now-
that's
now
what I
it's
told you,
rolling.
Jova. It's inclinating.
Hey,
Wait,
Pedro,
How the hell is that ship still moving?
No, it's tipping over.
No, Pedro, it's because ships are not flat on the bottom. They tend to be on a V shape. So of course, if they're not standing on water, they tend to, drop on one of their sides.
Yeah. You would have to have it perfectly balanced, and that's usually only when it's being constructed.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, we're docked and we caused
No
millions
way.
of dollars
I
in
can't
property
believe
damage.
it. So where's Willem Dafoe?
He's still at speed with Annie.
Yeah, like seriously, the movie just forgot about those two.
I
But-
guess. Like you said, Theo, at this point nobody's watching the movie, so...
But Tio, we have to spend $30 million on this scene.
Honestly, Dwibs, I'd say that the movie definitely earned the.
Guys, it's that guy from the last movie again.
Well, I'll be darned.
You know,
Snoop Dogg.
you know that guy who Keanu Reeves took that car from so he could get to the bus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that guy.
Well, yeah, you could
Yeah,
have.
trust me, it could have been worse. You could have lost your head.
Your whole body actually. You could have rammed into your into that oil tanker. Yeah. By the way, I really should get my arms checked. I'll need them so I can fire at Ewan McGregor in 5
Oh, there we
years.
are.
Again, though, mind your head.
Ha, ha, ha.
Seriously, Jango Fett.
Grr.
So I'm thinking, Defoe, feeling lucky?
Bye.
Really? You didn't think you didn't check that it was there? That switch? Like,
So now what?
Now it's time for a final epic showdown.
Willem had an idiot moment and didn't notice that thing there.
Mhm.
So
I get the feeling he didn't know
No,
about
big
the
shit,
vehicle
big
and how it
motherfucker.
works.
I know.
Yeah.
wow, it's expensive, and yet you still managed to get a Caribbean holiday.
Okay, you know what, Whips? I'm changing that thing. I'll watch this movie 4 times in a row before I watch Gone Girl.
Honestly, this movie is kind of enjoyable in some regard.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I agree. I mean, the last 40 minutes of this movie are fucking glorious hammy cheese to the max.
And that $30 million scene, perfectly
Totally
funny.
worth every penny.
Yes.
Sorry, Dibs.
that-
To me,
and-
that was worth every penny.
And that's in addition to Willem Dafoe hamming things up already.
So this is going to be our other trio's equivalent of Hoodwink 2.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Sort I mean,
So wait,
So, let's
no,
see
please,
what-
Don't tell me she kills him or something.
I doubt that.
No.
What?
Do we have a
thought-
fiery temper?
I recognize that girl from something.
Okay, at this point, I might as well just go for the ultimate cliche. Ooh, I like him feisty. Might as well, at this point.
I wonder if Willem Dafoe's trying to think outside the box.
Wait, when did he get on the plane?
Wait, what?
didn't
Wait,
see
what?
Messi.
Plane? Wait, now all of a sudden we're in a plane now?
They should
Guys,
have
I
it.
think.
How he's driving
Oh
towards
yeah,
it.
what Theo said. Guys, I think you missed the scene.
Well, actually, you guys may have missed it, but they showed the plane for like a split second when he was driving towards it.
Well, that's not really clear, is it?
Yeah. If you blinked, you might have missed it, but just they technically did show that plane like right before they went into it.
Okay.
I'm going fishing, aren't I? You know, it's kind of sad how Willem Dafoe is in this role, and yet it's Jason Patrick who ended up having charges filed in real life.
Yeah.
So, Jason Patrick, gonna go fishing for anything over the top today?
Ow.
So, he's fishing for Bullock and Dafoe fish, eh?
Oh, you son of a...
Oh, now what? Is he gonna hang on or something?
Up and away!
Wee! Seriously? No, just no movie. Like, we suddenly turned into Dragon Ball Z.
How so exactly? I'm not seeing the.
Like, I mean, the over-the-topness, the special effects, might as well be a shonen.
I get.
Eh.
I don't know. I mean, the effects. I mean, that only makes sense when you're talking about live action. Now, in terms of animation, I don't know.
No, I'm not talking about it. Whatever.
Oh, you hit my acting eye!
Come. Oh, shut up, Sandra. You weren't really showing any acting here anyway.
I told you I'm saving up for a new movie project.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna be Green Goblin in a few years.
Well, I'm going to be, all these awesome roles. I'll show you.
Name them.
This film called Blindside.
Sure. Yeah, I think I've got a better career here, sweetheart. Now shut up and let me fly it. Oh, fuck. The convict.
Of course.
Okay, his reaction when he's about to meet his end is hilarious.
Well, it's Willem Dafoe. When is it?
Oh, he's gonna crash into
well,
the
aside from
ship or
Beyond
something.
Souls.
Yay!
What's he doing?
Oh shit!
Should I turn the ship? I should turn the plane. So I don't hit anything.
Hey, he made it.
I should look where I'm going.
Really? That's how he
Okay.
dies? Oh, okay. Wait, what? Really? He died because he got blinded by the
Wow,
sun?
that's
Right.
CGI.
Whoa, yeah, that's CGI.
Wait, hold
Um,
on.
He doesn't die from that.
Oh, it's gonna blow.
Yeah, it's gonna blow.
It's gonna blow.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun.
Huh. Maybe it's not gonna blow. Maybe it will be just fine. Oh, shoot. Shoot, where's that Oscar-grabbing girl I love?
No, leave me be. This performance.
Ooh! Hey! Oh,
Maybe they did.
Of course. Honestly, what's the name? Kevin Costner did this in better water.
Okay, at this point, we might as well call Sandra Bullock's character Piece of Meat.
Yes.
Hey, over here.
Good. Oh, hi. You're still alive.
Takes a lot more to take out the legs of one.
Mr. Osborne, where's your gliding thing?
Oh, wait.
Don't you mean the glider?
Yeah.
Shit.
Wait, is he taking a piss?
I kill myself sometimes.
Did he? No, I'm serious. Is he actually taking a piss now? Because it seems like.
It was fuel, I think.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, might as well go out with a smile.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And now the whole thing explodes for no reason. Sure, why not?
I can definitely see where the
Because
budget
it's an
went.
oil taker.
So, well, considering this came out after Bad Boys and The Rock, was Jan de Bont trying to channel Michael Bay here?
I guess. I mean, everyone
Was Michael Bay
wanted to
even
be
known
Michael
for the whole
Bay
explosion
that
thing
days.
at this time?
At this point, did he make Armageddon at this point?
Armageddon was 98, this was 97.
Okay.
Maybe this is what inspired him instead.
Why would anyone be inspired by this movie?
Well, Dwibs, this movie is crazy awesome. I mean,
Oh, of course, they found the jewels.
Sure, why not?
guess it's nice that they gave the black guy a nice return role.
And now we ask her to marry him. Yeah, honey, sure, you're still maybe comatose and traumatized by all that kidnapping, but while you're at it, will you marry me?
And to be fair to you, in the first film, after, escaping your death, she did do Keanu Reeves in a trade where everyone could watch. So, honestly, this feels like a step down, if anything.
If you say so.
Hey, at this point, she's probably willing to wed the next man who can keep her safe from any psychotic guy, because...
Is she, is she giving him the middle finger?
Yes.
It looks like she was flipping him off.
Yes, now make love to me. And enjoy it while you can, because I don't think I'll be in any other...
Best credit music.
And yeah, that was Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Also, what a nice view
music,
to end
this
your
music.
movie.
Oh, this music sounds like a great advertisement. So yes, do you enjoy the Caribbean with our psychotic bombers, our
Season's
runaway
greetings.
speed cruise boats? Well, come on down to the Caribbean, where you too can enjoy the terror of escaping from a ship that could very well crush you. Come to the Lovers' Lounge, where you can...
Be
Oh,
driving test, red lane, start.
Oh wait, it's actually not over yet, is it?
she's gonna get her
I guess
license.
it's a segment of where we are now, I think.
Actually, it's Sandra taking her driving test yet again.
With the same haircut? Really?
Let me guess. They shot this scene
Yeah,
during the
I'm
same.
gonna take a wild guess and say, yeah, we shot.
This is going to be such a good setup for Speed 3.
Now, honestly, I'm just driving off the set as fast as I can.
Ha ha ha,
that's-
boss, get it.
Look where you're going!
Ha 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 ha, funny.
Okay, well, that's it for me. Goodbye. I'll never do another speed
So
film
that's
again.
how the movie
And
ends.
she died.
Okay, final thoughts.
Dirty
That was
Stinger.
No, there's no stinger.
final thoughts. Well, that was actually kind of awesome, I have to say. And that's pretty much it. Go ahead, Joe, but since I know your thoughts will pretty much be the same as mine.
Yeah, I actually found this movie more of a blast than a horrible thing. I mean, okay, I get it. As a sequel to Speed 1, it's incredibly lacking compared to Speed 1. You know, like, well, based on, you know, actual legit quality. But I'm sorry, Vehicle. I just view this as a crazy awesome movie that's stupid enough that I would recommend. And honestly, I don't even see that much hate as much as, you know, bile fascination with it. So I guess that explains the cult status following it has, because stuff like that $30 million scene just screams hamminess that will bring in people like flies. I mean, and yeah, Willem Dafoe. Need I say any more? It's Willem Dafoe being Willem Dafoe at his best. Well, at his usual best, anyway. But yeah, insanely awesome movie. So stupid that's awesome. I recommend you would watch it. In fact, I may actually watch this film again. Okay, Tio, you go.
Yeah, pretty much what you guys said. This was really funny. I wasn't really expect that much over the topness. And even though it's still stupid and you can totally see the typical cliches of Jan de Bont, still, it was fun enough, to let my suspension of disbelief take the best of me for this one.
And the music was
I mean,
awesome,
it's
too.
stupid, but it's an enjoyable kind of stupid.
Go ahead, Debs.
And luckily, the score was also kept consistently good at that.
Yeah, okay. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way first. Yes, a movie called Speed set on a slow cruise liner. Yeah, I think we can see where the problem lies there.
Well, to be fair, Dribs, the ship was technically moving fast, just as fast as boats go.
Yeah, but that's the problem, though. And
I think the issue is like, well, while a boat technically does move fast, it doesn't move visually fast to the eyes. I mean, well, if you're looking at the front of it, you can tell it's speeding fast, but they weren't often doing that. However, I did like how they played it a bit.
Was it my final thoughts?
Well, I was also explaining how it's technically fast, and it was neat how they technically did input the thing with Speed about how they were on a collision course.
So yeah, let's get the bad stuff out the way. Stupid premise, incredibly uneven acting, unless it's from Willem Dafoe. At times, some parts really do drag out, like the whole them just flaunting around on the boat thing went on a bit too long.
If you say so.
Sandra Bullock is the worst. Sandra Bullock's the worst actor in the movie.
She was lacking.
Which is a problem considering that she was one of the two leads.
She wasn't completely awful. She did have a lot of flat moments that I did point out, though.
And also Jason Patrick.
He's fine enough.
Yeah, but honestly,
I know. He comes off as a cheap replacement for Keanu Reeves' character.
Yeah, that's sad when you actually considered a bad replacement for Keanu Reeves.
Well, I haven't really heard people call him a bad replacement for Keanu Reeves because, like we say, he's technically not even the same character.
Yep, watching it, for me at least, watching it on your own can be pretty painful. But when you're watching it with your mates, yeah, it could be a fun time. But that's what I suggest. Just watch it with some friends of yours for riffing purposes. Watching this on your own.
Oh, I'd say that watching this
unless you're in of a certain mindset, you are not going to have fun with this movie.
I say otherwise. I recommend you watch this on your.
That's why I pointed out the whole depending on what kind of mood you're in and what kind of person you are.
Well, yeah, but anywho, about the premise being stupid, honestly, as far as speed films go, the premise doesn't really seem that stupid. I mean, in comparison to the first film, I mean, I'd say it's more so the execution that's off as opposed to the premise. It can be done. It's like I said, though, for the time it was made, boat effects weren't exactly perfected.
So,
Anywho, though, basically, yeah, I found this movie, generally, this movie is a big blast. I mean, yeah, there may be some who don't like it, but honestly, if you're into so bad it's good, you'll probably have a blast with this on your own or with anyone. In fact, do it in both versions, actually. That's probably what I'm going to do, because this film needs to be remembered.
if anything is to show the dangers in making a sequel based off bad dreams you've had.
Based off bad dreams.
Remember, I said earlier, Jan de Bont's main inspiration for this movie was because of nightmares he had about being on a cruise ship.
That's interesting, because that was also the inspiration James Cameron had for the Terminator.
Ooh. So Jan de Bont is sort of like the anti-James Cameron.
Yeah, he does everything he does except worse. But yeah, so
yeah, we hope you enjoyed this commentary on the movie.
Yeah, that was Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Yes.
You know, the sad thing, Dribs, it's like, well, you may not agree with me, but honestly, I think that this makes up for the Alpha and Omega 2 commentary last night.
Yeah, alright, so join us next time for when we commentate on another Jan de Bont film.
See ya.
Probably going to be The Haunting.
See ya.
Or Twister.
See ya, everybody.
Yay.
See ya.
See ya.